Just to let you know, these are a couple of Huns Wars played between Slam and Vinchester. It's a set of 6. I'm hoping to watch 5 of those, and I'm going to do it at a little bit of an elevated pace, about 60%. We're watching Slam try to work his way to 2.5k. You can see he's 2488 at the start of this game. Vinchester is 2215. I was just doing the math real quick. Slam will get 7 points per win from Vinchester. Vinchester will get 27 points per win from Slam. So Slam, this is a game of a set of 6. He would really need to win 5 of those to gain any rating points at all. So, game 1 went to Slam. Hopefully you guys were here for it. If not, you missed a man-at-arms rush pretty early from Slam, early in the feudal age. He was able to get 5 of Vinchester's villagers, and that really won him the game very quickly. So, game 2, Slam again in blue, Vinchester in purple, or pink, I guess, purple. And we'll look at the maps. So Vinchester with berries on the back, a little bit of structure if he wants to wall. His gold is on the front. Unfortunately, if he does wall, it'd be hard to get that gold within the walls. It might be part of the walls. He's also got stone to the side, secondary gold on the front, and a relatively large open area in front of his TC. So Vinchester with a map that he probably can't wall up completely, but he can probably block off a few of the entrances to his base, and that should help him in the late game if he gets there this time. Last game, Slam took him out pretty early. Slam, on the other side, has berries to the side, sort of on the back, a couple of stone piles, an easy area if he wants to block off one side, but a pretty big open spot to wall off the rest. Slam does have a much more wallable map. His gold is on the front, and I think he should be able to protect himself here, at least cut down the angles of attack from Vinchester. So game 2, Vinchester versus Slam. Good to see these guys back at it. Let me give you guys a chance. I'll pause while you catch up. What is your prediction for the uptime, or the up population, total population, villagers, and the scout? Salty last game grabbed 22-22. I'm sure he'll grab that again. But last game we saw 22 pop for Slam going up. We saw 24 for Vinchester. So feel free to get your villager bets in. Slam does have 4 on wood at the moment, and Vinchester does as well. So maybe that will influence your choice. Please get those in. Huns again, Salty. Salty is listening today. Ooh, 23 pop Slam. Sinking. Okay, 22-23 for Sinkin. Let me write these down today. Okay, 22-23 says Sinkin. Game 2. Salty won game 1. He was the only one here to guess, I think. Salty, it is a Huns War. I'll let you get your guess in as well. I haven't seen these games, so I'm going to drop a guess as well. I'm going to say that they're going to go 25-25. You know why? Because I'm tired of guessing 22-22. Sinkin says, wait, what's wrong, Sinkin? Oh, he wants to change his answer. I think we're getting a last-minute call. I'll take answers until they're at pop 16. I'm totally fine with that.
Yes, smite me.
25 Vils for... Okay, Sinkin's on 25. So 23-25 for Sinkin and 25-25 for the Killer Bee. Oh, if he drushes... Now, listen, you just have to choose, my friend. You have to do your best and get a good guess in. But
touching me.
but we do have 4 on wood for both players. We may see a drush. Nobody doing any shenanigans. These guys are pretty good gentlemen.
Yes,
Sinkin is... Oh, man, you're all over the map. Sinkin wants to take 25-25 just like I did. Okay, well, we will split the title if we have to. Neither player doing any shenanigans with their scout early on. Not very surprising. I think both of these players are pretty clean. Also, they're probably not, close enough friends to be really sparring. Slam with a really low villager here. He's going to get that in. Idleville, welcome back. 24 for Vic, 23 for Slam. Okay, 23-24 for Idle. Okay, I've got your guesses down. So, there we have it. Looks like game 2 could get interesting. We could see a little bit of early action. Neither player scouting forward yet, which is interesting if we are going to see some early aggression from them. Both players really getting a very good view of their map. I do see Slam missing 2 of his sheep, which he's about to grab. That probably explains why he hasn't scouted forward. Vinchester is headed off to the side. He will head straight towards Slam. I think he'll find him pretty early. And Slam will be much later finding Vinchester. Slam's actually doing a pretty good job of getting an idea of what his map looks like. If you look around here, oh, he's probably going to come push these deer. Maybe we'll see that. If you get an idea of what his Fog of War is, he's really revealed his entire half of the map. And if he decides to put any structure up, he'll be totally ready to wall that in. Vinchester's coming forward. Let's watch from his point of view. He is slowly revealing towards Slam. I do see... What do I see? I see some villagers for Slam, and they are headed to probably mill this deer patch. And what's interesting is Vinchester will know about that. He's headed straight toward that deer patch as we speak. Will he see the villagers is the big question. Those villagers are shrouded in darkness, at least for the moment, and they are going to go undetected, at least for now, from Vinchester. So Vinchester really had a chance. Oh, he probably sees this dead deer if he looks close enough. So Vinchester doing some early forward scouting, or earlier forward scouting than Slam. Slam has clicked up to Feudal, by the way, on 21 vills. So I guess we were all wrong about the idea of him drushing. So 22 total pop for Slam clicking up. Vinchester is on 26. If we look, he does have a barracks with 3 villagers coming out. I was talking just a second ago about the Fog of War. Slam can see this deer down. Oh, Sinkin, don't beat yourself up, brother. Vinchester can see this dead deer in his Fog of War. That is one reward you get for scouting forward. And if he notices that, he might be able to catch Slam off guard. Slam did not see Vinchester's scout over by his mill, so he probably thinks that that mill is totally safe. So maybe Vinchester's dress will head right there. Salty gets half right. Half right is better than half wrong, I suppose. And we're going to see aggression from Vinchester. We're also going to see 6 villagers going right away from Vinchester to the mining camp. So to follow this drush, he will have quite a bit of gold in his pocket to do something with. And he will be clicked up to feudal age on 28 total population. So it's 21, 28. And nobody was really very close. I'll have to do some math at the end of this. Everybody was off by quite a bit. Maybe I screwed you guys up here. Maybe I screwed you up by talking about drushes so early in the game. Vinchester's drush is not going to get in for now. I do see villagers coming forward for Vinchester, so we might see some tower aggression. 4 villagers forward for him. He does have a view of this Fog of War. Oh, Sinkin wants to go Vills. We'll do it next time, my friend. We'll do, I usually do total population, but if you are claiming ignorance of that, then that's totally fine. So the drush is in. It is pushing some palisades here, but not going to do a whole lot. Slam building a few militia of his own, and I'm hearing, I'm seeing flags up, but that is a spearman. So Slam with 1 spear out. And we will see a tower soon from Vinchester. At the moment, his villagers are idled, and they will probably come forward as soon as he hits feudal age and drop something. We'll have to wait and see. 4 villagers now on gold. I don't see any on stone, so it looks like if we see a tower, which we will, we'll probably only see 1. Yeah, I know. Maybe we should do Vills. I think you have a good point there, Sinkin, because building 3 militia or building some militia is really not the spirit of the game, right? The spirit is the Vills. I wish Vinchester had come to this area where the deer patch is, but he is going to tower the gold here. Milmano. If you have a full-size keyboard, use the plus and minus keys on the number pad to...
Yes.
To... Oh, I wish I could see the end of that. Sorry. Very glad to see the comments. I'm still kind of new to Twitch, so you got to be... you have to be patient with me. So, 5 men-at-arms forward for Vinchester. A 6th coming. Double archery range and a tower. Lots of aggression. I really hope that Vinchester makes it over to this wood line and maybe puts some pressure on these vills. There's 5 vills over there that are happily cutting away. He knows they're there. He's scouted that area. He's at least scouted that area enough to see the deer carcass, and I hope that he gets wise to it and heads over there. That might get him the win. For those of you just tuning in, we're watching Vinchester versus Slam, the road to 2.5k. The math here for Slam is he needs to win Oh, and look at the scouts here from Slam. Those are going to push back these man-at-arms. Slam needs to win 4 games to every 1 game that Vinchester wins. So if Slam takes 4 out of 5, he will gain 1 point on his rating. So in reality, he really needs to win 5 out of every 6 from a player who's ranked at Vinchester's level. So this is a set of 6, and we will see to switch player views. Thank you, Milmano. I appreciate that. Man, I feel like every once in a while there are people in this channel who are just badasses. Can I say that on Twitch? Milmano is a certified badass. And look at this little fighting going on here. Man-at-arms versus scouts, 4 villagers in the mix for Slam, couple of archers for Vinchester. He's going to have to bring his 4 vills in. Scouts are down, all but 1. All of the scouts are down. It looks like at the moment these archers are going to win the day, and Slam is going to have to push back from this. Those 4 villagers will go on to build the blacksmith, and we're seeing archers coming out. Obviously not upgraded because the blacksmith is just coming down. Of course you can swear. Okay, that's good to know. Looking at Slam's scouts, we're still not seeing upgrades on those. These archers working. How else do you be? Yeah, if you can't swear, you can't become a badass. That is the rules. So we see 5 archers here from Vinchester. Maybe they are finally going to head over to this place. He can see the dead deer in his fog of war, but he's not going to go over just yet. He's going to come over and find a tower from Slam. Does he know about this wood line? He does. He can see the downed trees. So Vinchester here with a plethora of options of how to attack Slam. What he's going to do is drop another watchtower, 4 villagers on stone for Vinchester. We can see he does now have 25. Once he drops this tower, he's going to be up and probably ready to drop another relatively soon. Those archers still not upgraded for Vinchester, but here comes fletching. And we're going to see full-on aggression from Vinchester in Game 2. So, for those of you just tuning in, Game 1 went to Slam. Slam needs to win 4 out of 5 of these games in order to gain even 1 point of his rating. He gets 7 points for every win. He loses 27 points for every loss. So, I'm not a math major, but it means that Slam has to dominate. And he's starting to be dominated at the moment by Vinchester. Let's take a look. Slam is grabbing fletching. He does not have anything saved up, so he's not going to try to castle his way out of the aggression here. And it looks like he's starting to mass up some skirms, at least in this archery range. And he's got a few scouts as well on the map. No upgrades on those scouts, but they might be able to fend this army off with the help of these 5 skirms. 4 on stone for Slam, thinking about defensive towers, one would assume. And we'll see how these guys do. The scouts are in a little early. They're going to take some easy archer fire. One of them's going to lose quite a few HP. Slam's going to lose a villager there. Just realized that I don't have any sound on for myself. I love to hear people dying. Scout going down. A couple of archers are down. Villagers in the mix for Vinchester. And I think Vinchester could win out again. Let's see how he does. He is up against quite a few skirms and quite a few vills from Slam. But he may be able to push these back. It's really hard to say at the moment whose micro is going to be better. It looks like Slam is slowly whittling away this army. All of the archers are now dead. And it looks like Vinchester is going to keep those villagers aggressive. One of them on 1 HP. Certainly he's going to die any moment. One would assume. Yep, there he goes. Okay, so 2 villagers on the forward from Vinchester, starting to look a little bit dire for him. Another villager in the tower, so 3 villagers still here able to help with some aggression. A couple more archers here from Vinchester. He still has taken away Slam's gold. Slam doesn't have anywhere else to take gold, at least in the immediate vicinity. He would have to go very far, and he hasn't even started to think about that right now. Slam on full skirms at the moment. He did have some scouts in the action. I don't see him building more at the moment. And we see +1 from both players. So Vinchester will have a 5 versus 3 army here. The problem is he's skirmishers versus archers. He will push those back, and he's going to drop another tower. Vinchester here is creeping toward Slam's stone. He's certainly going to take over this stone pile with his first tower, and maybe one more tower he can really push Slam off of his entire area. He has finally found the deer patch, the thing that I've been asking for the whole time. For him to see those dead deer and work his way over has finally happened, and he's going to be harassing Slam's villagers there. Total villager count is equal. Vinchester will have the lead, but mostly due to towers, not necessarily due to a huge advantage in resource gathering. He's going to grab a villager there, but the count is going to stay even. Villagers here with a counter tower, they do need to protect this stone. That tower is going to have the hill advantage, so Vinchester will be pushed back. He's going to build a tower just outside of Slam's tower's attack range, and it will be able to pressure some of this stone. So Vinchester here still keeping the pressure on, still I think winning this match so far. He did lose game 1 very quickly. This game he is in it to win it. You can see Slam still on 0 gold. Vinchester on 400, starting to really pull ahead on, especially on gold, but on resources in general, he should be just fine. No pressure from Slam in his area at all. Still 4 villagers on stone, 185 stone for Vinchester, so he can drop another tower anytime he wants. So here we are in game 2. Slam took game 1. Vinchester's taking Slam's stone here in game 2. As we talked about, Slam will lose 27 points in a loss. He is at 2488 at the beginning of this game. So 2488, he needs to get 12 points, which means he needs to get 2 wins in a row. Unfortunately for him, it looks like he's going to get a loss here unless he can do something somewhat drastic to get some gold, or maybe drop a market and come back on this one. Slam does have some scouts in play, 4 scouts, couple of skirms. At the moment, Vinchester's army is not able to do a whole lot. It is within range of this TC, so it's drawing some fire. This tower is within range of that TC. More villagers here on stone, and look at Vinchester with 304 stone. He's shifted one of his own villagers back home off of stone, so he'll have 6 total stone miners, and we'll see a little bit of a fight here, but mostly it looks like Vinchester is just fine. He's here trying to take on Slam's farms, still +1 for both players, and no defensive upgrades yet. The scouts here are waiting in defense, and Slam has a completely farm economy, farming in wood. Vinchester will click up. Slam moving villagers off of stone, and he's going to be in serious trouble soon when Vinchester hits the castle age. If we look at Slam's economy, we can see he's dropping another mill. He has absolutely no gold economy. So Vinchester really doing a fantastic job of taking away Slam's gold with the first tower, his wood line, and building successive towers here that took away the front of his TC and his stone pile. So a market coming for Slam, no surprise there. He's going to try to use these scouts to keep himself in the game until he can buy his way up to castle. At the moment, you can see he doesn't even have resources to buy the gold that he needs, never mind the food that he needs. So we'll see Vinchester with a pretty large advantage, and I wonder how hard Slam will play this game out. You know, he's the higher ranking player, he is the better player, but at some point the writing has to be on the wall. He's probably waiting to see how this works out. 6 scouts here coming forward. If he can get some pressure on and get some villagers down, it might be worth sticking around in this game. Look at the spears from Vinchester, though. 4 spears here waiting, and a defensive tower will come down on his wood line, and Slam's going to have a whole lot of trouble getting pressure unless he comes straight into this gold. At the moment, it looks like he will head toward that gold. Will he head toward the gold? Once Vinchester gets siege, good game. Yeah, it's pretty much good game now. Unfortunately for Slam, he chooses the wood line. He's not going to get in. These spears are ready. Vinchester undoubtedly sees him there and sees the aggression, and he's going to distribute these spears in a way that he can defend himself. If we look back on the other side, not much is happening. Vinchester's army is a little bit idle. He's taken over Slam's gold and stone, and there's the GG from Slam.